Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the Division 1 third round of the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance. And I'm joined by a special guest tonight making their first appearance on the co-coms, and it's Alan Finette, CM0102 Legends. Good evening, Alan.
Good evening, Dan. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Looking forward to this round. The fixtures looking pretty good. We've got some real good games. We've got the early season leaders versus one of the favourites there. I noticed, Badgers and East Coast.
Yeah.
We've got a real battle here of Hulls and Trafford, and I'm really looking forward to your game, Flamingos, especially the formation that you'll be explaining later on. Anything else attracting your attention today?
I think it might be the only chance I get to win all season, to be honest. In the test runs, I think I beat you in this game.
Yeah, there's no hiding place for the boys from Hyde when it comes to you. And I imagine your team's going to get better and better and develop over the season. There will be points.
I don't think there will be, but we'll see.
A quick reminder of last time's Team of the Week. We have a little look at that. No players for you, unfortunately, but
I'm not happy about that.
No,
I'd like to see some pink in there.
But... There was a substitute. Just look, there's a substitute there, Brungleson, getting in there. Substitute goalkeeper.
Who is that? Keeper?
Yeah.
I don't even know who he is.
Oh, Brungleson is fantastic. When we come towards the game, we'll enjoy looking at that one for you. Yeah, but the embryonic league table, not the best reading for you. No goals, and keeping it into single figures at least. So there's always hope. The Badgers free scoring at the top, and this Phoenix one, I know we've just had the one goal, but they have been entertaining for just the one goal. As you can see, it's been great games. I've enjoyed watching them. They're an intriguing side with the most creative Roy Keane we have ever seen.
Wow, you must have edited that in.
It's the just a complete freak of the database. It is certainly a clone. We've had a look into it because I thought something's gone wrong there, but no. Absolutely as he is meant to be, and just turned out very, very different. Looking into the first game, then we got Fallareki 99ers versus the Wanderers of Wolverhampton, and they've gone for a bit of a change here, Fallareki. What do you make of that setup?
It's unbeatable, doesn't it? You're not gonna. They've got the two best AMCs there, apart from Nicky Forenko, like the top three. Joe Cole's Joe Cole. He'll get you whatever you want from him. Yes. What's been their results been like?
If you look into their performances so far, I mean, the last game they had a good win over Iron Curtain United, which is, Iron Curtain are good, and they have Nicky Forenko and a very much performing Milevski at the moment. So a good result. And their opening game was a defeat to Trafford, but they did have Frey sent off early on. So, and Frey's suspension was lifted. So imagine without that red card, it could have been very different.
Yeah, so you'd expected that team there to be doing quite well, but yeah, I'm surprised they haven't ran right yet.
Yeah, I've got high hopes for them this season, but they're up against the Wanderers of Wolverhampton, who've been pretty much in form at the early start of the season. Their last win, it was over Ewan, a late Roy Keane red card, but they also got that draw with Iron Curtain as well. So both of these have come up against a decent team and pulled off a result. And their team today, it's not too bad, is it? I mean, there's no Roy Keane. It's weak in the midfield somewhat, but Simon Davies has stepped in.
Simon Davies is a quality player on this. You always see him do well. Like his stats can go really well into the 20s. Huckabee, I like that. Isn't it? Scott Huckabee, is it? Yeah, I like.
It is, yeah.
Like, he's not a centre, but I like when people like tweet stuff like that. It's like they're not too anal about he can only play on the wing. Yeah, just stick him AMC.
Give him a go. He's got some attributes towards it, so let him go. He can dribble.
I'm not sure. Chivu on left.
Yeah, it's more out of necessity, I think, this game with the injury to Sadachka. So, it seems like the only real choice there. But, I mean, Lescott stepping in is an able deputy.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed Darren Anderson's on the bench.
Yeah, well, I'm quite pleased he's not injured for once.
Yeah. Well,
We have David Collins
fair,
in the
every time
same
I'm
position for
Tottenham, I
both
sell him,
teams.
so.
The substitute, of course, a 64-year-old Antonio Fortes getting into the squad for the first time. He will be utilised if necessary up front. So
Is this an original player?
An original player, Antonio Fortes, yet the oldest player in the game.
Why have I not known this?
He played for Mega Horse Seniors in the Juniors and Seniors Challenge at 63. He made an impact, and he also was in one of my the international challenges, trying to get teams to win the World Cup and such like. He scored a goal for Portugal.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope he comes on tonight and gets a goal.
I know, as much as it would be a shame to lose Javan, you just think, come on, Fortes. So they auto their numbers, and we head into this game with Hierro as captain, and we kick off. George's Bar, the big celebrations last time after they won.
The Island of Rhodes, isn't it, Faliraki?
It's certainly it's all Greek to me.
The island. Never been. I don't want to go either.
We go into this half. We're nearly halfway through the half, and nothing
boring,
happening really. Yeah, I'd have expected something from two teams that have come out and attacked this season.
Yeah. Again, I'm disappointed in Faliraki. I think the manager needs to have a word. That strong team.
A goal for Javan. He shocked them. 1-0.
Davies is having a shocker.
It's not. Yeah, Sigalko is not on the much performing, and Simon Davies not really settling too well for the Wanderers. But he's got some big boots to fill there with Roy Keane. Heading into half time, probably didn't expect that, but the shot count, a lot of shots off target. Do you see a way back in?
At the moment, no. Tisilago's not doing great, is he?
Not being the best performance so far. The ball, plenty of time off the pitch so far. Looking into those player ratings, Sigalko at a 5. Well, the recommendation
doing well,
there.
Are they?
Not for the whole team. Not for the whole team. The substitutes for Faliraki say an outfielder at half time, 5 or below, will come off, and I think this is possibly a very, very early substitution of Sigalko. So
it's on your head.
That I just follow the rules there. I just follow the rules.
Yeah, I agree. It's got to come off.
Yeah. And so, I mean, Saviola, more than able deputy, but them's the rules. And for Wanderers of Wolverhampton, as I've mentioned before, the rule is basically play them into the ground until they die, I believe, is the
rule. I like
that. So we go straight into the second half. Will it make a difference? Without Maxim, will Saviola get a goal?
Saviola's always one who score against you, but in 0-1-0-2 just doesn't do it for you.
As Javan gets his second goal, and we head into substitutes, and Steven Gerrard is going to get pulled here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. It's basically if losing, make all remaining substitutes in attacking positions. But I mean, the 5 there for Steven Gerrard that he'll need to come off. Do you see that as a Hargreaves job?
Yeah, definitely Hargreaves, especially if Keane's not. Yeah.
And it's an attacking midfield striker position.
Yeah.
So if that's Ronaldinho or Collins to come off, I'm going to let you make the call there.
Let's see their condition.
Yeah, good idea there. Only 1% between them.
I'd probably take Collins off for Robin.
Let's do Robin. And yeah,
Robin and Ronaldinho over.
That's my
preference.
I think the substitute there, there's nothing there that's saying that we're making any sort of voodoo tactics going on. So straight back into the game.
Best for both teams.
Exactly. We want to. They've both come up well. I mean, the Wanderers are Neil Scally 3-0. This was completely unexpected.
3-1. It's heated up. Joe Cole.
An exciting second half, certainly. But the Wanderers impressing. And 10 minutes to go.
I don't think it's a way back though.
Well, it's very late in the game now, isn't it? If they can get a second and just bring that goal difference down a little bit, I think they'll be reasonably happy.
There he is, Saviola.
But full time.
Oh.
Well, it's your debut on here. You can dissect that first game.
Well, I think Wolves have got away with that one. I think they caught them cold. Took their 4 chances, 4 on target. And that was it. I think poor display by Tislago didn't help. Neither did Gerard. You got to ask for more from them there. If you go to Feneraki stats, let's see who assisted. I presume Joe Cole probably assisted 1. No?
Ronaldinho and Robin. So certainly both having those 2 players on the pitch, Robin coming on and made a difference. He did bring some attacking going on. But Collins and Huckabee with assists. I mean, Huckabee called into the team today, and he has made a bit of a difference to them. But it's just a shame Fortes didn't get off the bench.
Yeah, but it was brave putting Huckabee in there, and it's paid off.
Certainly has, and they've made that happen without Roy Keane. So we head into the second match, and this is a big one.
Second v third.
This is at the moment it's first versus fifth.
Oh, first versus fifth.
But the East Coast Warriors have certainly got a tag of one of the favourites for the season, and Badgers the most attacking team in the league. Basically, Tato Mourinho is just attack, and so far it's paying off.
I don't see the point in playing champ manager to get 1-0 win.
No, it's worked for Bolton Phoenix. Having said that, there's the tactic is one that I know the manager is looking to change at some point as well, because he's a little bored of the 1-0 performance, but it's worked out for them. East Coast, it's strong. It's a very strong team.
Yeah, you look at Davies and Keane in that centre back is a bit of an original. Not well known, but he is, I think. He gets some good stats in there, but I've never bought him, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. He got a goal? That's good.
Yeah, the whole bravery stat. Every single player in the squad with 20 for bravery as well.
Is that his?
This is the Thimble's inverted commas gimmick on here, which is certainly working out for the team so far. They are brave. They are doing very well.
It looked like a hard team, to be fair. Like, you'd mess with many of them.
Yes, I don't know if you know, Barthez was replaced last minute after realising he had 19 bravery.
Yeah, it's not going to cut it, is it?
No, it's certainly. I don't think he'd have put in the performances Nick Matulin's been putting in so far.
Salva's going to get you a few goals as well.
Yeah, this season
that's poor.
He hasn't started so well, but he did come off the bench in one of the games as well. Last game he came off the bench, came on and replaced Bonk a bit later on. But they got the win over Fortuna. We got into the game. They sent, Luis Enrique not getting a first 11 numbers. Interesting there. Here's the Badgers. And this team, they've performed very well.
These are workhorses, this team, isn't it? A bunch of workhorses. Finnan's always going to... Finnan and Duff on the wing. I don't think you can beat that in the whole game, to be honest. Especially in that defensive midfield wing-back position. Like Scallion Walker is going to give you endless running. I don't know the back three.
So, yeah, Dave Barnett has been selected by 2 or 3 teams in the league for this season. Someone I've never signed personally. But career history, he's a free transfer to start the game. But Justin Lee Collins there as one of the defenders. And, Stephen Foster of the old Bristol Rovers fame back in CM3. So there's some quality players in there. Yeah. But then up front here, McPhee, to let you know, everyone is on his last chance. If he's not performing this game, he will be replaced.
That's fair enough.
Let's head into the match. I'm looking forward to this one. This was on my radar from the start. Frank Vick refereeing, and we kick off at the set.
start for the Badgers.
They've come forward. They've certainly done exactly what they set out to do. But now East Coast trying to get a foothold on the game. And there we are, a goal. Salva, as you called, Salva gets the opening goal.
Hasn't disappointed me.
Not at all. I'm sure all managers now want you to call out their players at the start of the game.
I reckon McPhee will get one then. I've got a feeling about McPhee.
A McFeeling. Salva's had another chance to score. Obviously, the obligatory Roy Keane yellow card has happened this game so far. Barrijo with a chance, and Bonk makes it 2-0.
Scally seems to have a few chances as well. He might get a goal like the last game.
Yeah, he's been a performer this season, certainly. Not the best first half for Badgers compared to the rest of their season, but it's that lack of a shot on target. He certainly will not be impressed with McPhee setup.
I think both home teams have struggled tonight.
Yeah, I don't know whether. I mean, they are playing with fans, so it's not the. I mean, there's nearly 60,000 people in every stadium at the moment, and it seems like at the moment the pressure is on.
60,000 Badgers are not happy. I'll tell you that now.
I
don't want to see 60,000 angry Badgers.
First half performances there. Manninger has been beaten pretty easily so far.
So if you're playing a save, this is like just wipe this game off, get through it quickly, make your 3 subs,
and head into the next one.
Yeah. So what I do here, if a player's on a 5 and like sort of this game, I leave them on. Take the good players off, let them have a rest, leave the others out.
Oh, and just basically see it out. You're going to get the criticism from the board, so take it anyway.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, to look into it, the early season rules of Tato Mourinho was if they're on a 5 at half time to pull them. I think he does need some luck here, but he also is someone who says, let's go on the attack. This team, it can't lose a defender from the setup, but
they've got a keeper on the bench as well, have they?
We have David Priest. He is hiding there on the bench, thankfully for them.
I just saw number 14 and thought, oh.
I know, yeah. This, I believe it's a Pellizzoli or somebody's a number 14 for their club as well. Cudicini, maybe.
I think Risp for Foster.
Yeah, I know it's 2 changes at the back for Tatar, but realistically, it's to stick within the 3, and it is to stick to his rules. Risp is a quality defender. I think the third sub, obviously, 60 minutes. It's going to be looking at moving one of these players forward as an extra attacker. I think, obviously, looking at Scally or Walker, maybe just pushing Walker further up the pitch.
Yeah,
he does want to attack. East Coast, as East Coast go for their substitutes, 60 minutes is the I think is the earliest time for them. Yep, 60 minutes. So let's move on back into player ratings. And a yellow card for Davids. Well, we kind of expect these things.
Well, Keaton and Davids booked. It's no surprise.
No, they'll be taking the odd suspension this season. I think there is a player in the league already on a yellow card warning. There is Scally on a yellow. He's playing well. So
should put a bet on that treble.
It would have been pretty short odds actually, wouldn't it? Really. What do we have here for Badgers? McPhee was on his last chance, and
he's on a 6.
So we've got it's basically the conundrum here of we have a poorly performing player, but at the same time, what we have is we've got the need to attack. Now, do we bring a player further forward, or do we take McPhee off for their striker?
I'm not sure. Walker and Scally are the option to be more attacking. I don't know if you just put 2 of them forward. Where do you play them? You just put them into the CM role.
I wonder if Walker could just jump up there.
Yeah.
which would mean
Move
that
Scully across.
realistically McPhee could come out for the striker replacement.
Who are you thinking? Beckett?
I think it's Somerville who's the recommendation here.
I've only just recently, in the last week, known about Neil Somerville. I'm very impressed.
I can't say I've ever had him before, but he's Somerville's his guy attacking mid to come on. This is quite the conundrum here. I think that would be Luke Beckett then. So is it Beckett off McPhee on for McPhee?
Yeah,
I think that's the end of McPhee for a while. But to go one further forward, I know Tato likes to analyse his substitutions, and live on air we apologise if anything has not worked out for for this one. We do have here looking to substitutes low condition or poor midfield or attackers. Well, Davids is on a 5.
Yeah, I'd probably swap him with. We've got Tomasi.
Tomasi is the defensive midfield substitute here.
No, better on then.
Just a little switch over with Roy Keane there to put him on the right.
Roy Keane's low on condition.
Oh, he is.
He is.
We haven't got
in then.
I think, it's a groin injury as well.
Yeah.
Roy Keane, that would be a Zé Elias change there, wouldn't it?
It's not a bad swap them two over, to be fair.
Yeah, Zé Elias is left. Is he left-footed or just left side?
Oh, no, I just meant the subs.
To have those subs available. Yeah. Luis Enrique Estebarria, potentially for someone who's not performing so well further forward. We've got Barijo. That would be an Estebarria substitute, or Bonk up front.
No, I'll swap it straight for Jaseba.
There we are. They've actually, they don't need a third substitute is the thing here. Just to go on, it's not a third substitute if losing. So let's just make the 2 and leave Barijo on. Just don't want to kill it off in case a goalkeeper gets injured.
Yeah, then you're in trouble.
Straight in with
the way back for the Badgers, to be honest.
No, it is a shame their winning start's coming to an end, but they will be causing a few problems this season. Definitely, they'll be definitely on the hunt for some victories. David Priest is performing well since he's come on, and they've had a chance. Beckett's had a chance. They've certainly come forward, giving it more of a game. And if they get a consolation, it shows the attacking mindset is working for them. There's been chances, and there's Salva.
Yeah.
Bonk must have maybe got the assist there. He's jumped up to a 10.
Yeah, he's probably got both assists, I reckon. It's a solid win for the East Coast. Solid.
Very good. 98 minutes, the end of the game there. I don't know what quite had happened there. Maybe Roy Keane got some groin rubbing earlier on at some point. But looking into that, Badgers, they did get 2 shots on target, but it really was all East Coast, and Dimble has produced a quality squad there.
Yeah. It's just too easy for them, I think. Again, Badgers, Finn and Duff getting an 8 no matter what. It's the standards. Yeah.
The performances. You look at those performances of Beckett, Priest, Scally, and those 2 as well. The team haven't performed badly, even though they've been.
No, yeah.
It shows the quality of the opposition. Yeah,
you're not going to beat Keane, Vieira, Tomasi, and ZLS, are you?
No, to have those as options for substitutions. Bonk with their 2 assists and a goal. Very deserved man of the match.
Yeah.
There's no people setting the world alight with ridiculous numbers of passing. I can never produce that myself, despite seeing some people getting over 100 passes per player in a game, and I think I can't do it at all.
I've never really looked, to be honest. It's not something I look for.
Oh, I'm just a stat man, me.
Yeah, I just see who assists and that's it.
We look into this game, Fortuna Deflection, who started off with a big win over, I think it was a team, what they call the Flamingos, I think. I think that's what they're called, early on. And then a narrow defeat last time against East Coast, a decent performance, really, to only come out with a 2-1 defeat. They've gone into it with, solid back four, and to, as mentioned on Twitter earlier, the addition of a substitute fullback here because of the problems previously with not having one last game. What do you think of that team?
Some players I have no idea who they are. Is there a concept here? Was it?
The concept, I believe, is some players that have never been seen before, and some old favourites, players that have been signed. Now,
I can see Marvin Andrews, solid. I've seen Nicky Forenko back. That's it. Carlos Jacks, he's a freebie at the start, isn't
he? I'm not entirely sure. I've never signed him before. I know that if we have a quick look at him, he may well be. He may well be with that one.
I like the look of Saeed and Lunt, and back all in one line. I don't like that much.
You're a fan of?
I like players directly behind the player.
But Nicky Forenko should be certainly an option here going forward at least. He's due a goal at some point. He did score in the he already has got his goal and 2 assists. Can't fault him really.
How's back done or Bonk?
He's pretty similar.
Actually.
Pretty similar, yeah. He's a performer for any sort of team. Fortuna manager, he's just put in his Bundesliga victory over me, winning the 5th season over my Bayern side. So it's 3 titles to me, 2 to him at the moment. But he's up for. I'm sure he'll be up for getting the 6th one with his Galco scoring 4 million goals a season. We go into the game. They've got Apples, Gideon Tikwari at number 12 into the squad there. I know that's recommended there. And Atletico Alumwell from CM Robbie, they have at the moment, if I can head back into where they are, not had the greatest start, but they've not performed badly so far. They've had their results with a 1-0 defeat to Phoenix and a 5-3 defeat to Hull. So, they can score, and they've made a couple of changes for this game.
Fun-looking team. Quite like it.
The arrow taken off here from Cassano. Sitting back, that's a little tweak.
Is tried and tested standard formation with 4-1-3-2. Lack of AMC does worry me. But maybe Cassano should be in the AMC role, but that's my preference.
This is something I know Robbie's been testing out, this formation, specifically with Cassano in that position. So it'd be interesting to see how it pays off against other managers. It's a squad full of decent players and Chris Marsh.
Who's Chris Marsh?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, he must be good.
Perfect.
He must be good. This must be a gem that Robbie has found. He is the only Chris Marsh in the division. He's one of the Walsall players. So with Jimmy Walker, Dean Keats, Chris Marsh, Michael Ricketts, there's the Walsall connection. That makes more sense now. I know if I was picking some Walsall players, I'd have Richard Green in there as well, definitely. From the old CM3 days. It's solid. It's a formation change for them this game in the attempt to try and claw something back here.
That's a solid back 4, back 5 if you count Saeed. So can't see them conceding too many after their 5-3 loss, to be honest. It should be conceding that many for that defence.
No, it has been changed a bit though for this game, so maybe it's made it even tighter. We shall see. And we kick off this one at the Wankdorf Stadium. Estevez has had a chance already. And Fortuna probably having that bit more of the play, but coming forward straight away, Atletico. Usually if I say a team's doing well, it's the death knell for them.
I think it's going to be another away win, to be honest.
If it was, a treble on the away wins would be looking good for the bookies.
Yeah. So neither team are setting a. No one's got an 8 yet. Apart from
David Day, yeah, he's been tested somewhat and living up to
both
both
keepers with an 8
goalkeepers
now.
Yeah, a good spot. Ashley Cole taking the yellow card. It is sort of end to end without many chances, and now they all come in.
Yeah.
Nicky Ferrego's had a chance
all on
there.
7. They're picking it up.
Heading into half time,
There must be
they
plenty
have
of
played
shots on
very,
target.
very well, the goalkeepers. And
See the match stats.
Look at the shots.
Yeah.
I didn't realise there were quite so many. I knew it was going end to end, but it didn't seem to be, full of shots. I mean, it's been a lot more entertaining than I imagined.
Yeah, I think the question is which keeper's going to get man of the match.
It's certainly a game for those at the moment. We have a look at Fortuna. There's no players off form and there are no potential injuries. I know that but Quinton Fortuna is up for potential injury substitutes. I think Marvin Andrews is not. I thought he might have. Go on, you noticed?
Kenny Lunt is passing 35.
Yeah, he's standing out for his team there, definitely. Yeah, nothing key from him, but last game he did score, I believe. So maybe something up there. I mean, Echiog certainly, his passing is really working out there as well.
Yeah.
Substitutes for Robbie with Alunwell, it's to follow looking for potential injuries to begin with, and a specific substitute at 60 minutes. So we're going to the second half. This has been. I'm going to enjoy the second half more than I enjoyed the first, I think.
Let's see if we can get a goal. Liven it up a bit for us.
Chances again, straight away from Alunwell. It's been well defended. And it's a case of
it's going to be 0-0.
Will Javin get the goal, or will Javin come off the bench and score a goal? Maybe. Substitutions.
Yeah. 1-0 Javin.
61 minutes. We look like. I mean, Andrews is looking tired, but I don't think he is injured still. No, he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Nikiforenko not injured. I don't really think that players are carrying injuries for these. I do need to check. It is that check on potential injuries for them. Performance wise, no one's having a bad game here.
But from Nikiforenko down, all 7s, it looks poor. But who do you take off?
I think this is a David Collins for Carlos Jack's moment here to liven it up a bit.
Read my mind. Probably swap Collins and Nikiforenko over.
Switch those. Nikiforenko can play anywhere across those positions, can't he? So if he could. And knowing that last time we took off Jackson, brought on Castillo, and I know that the suggestion there is definitely Collins.
Always Collins.
As it's been for many years. And we check the rules for Alunwell. Cassano, if he's less than 80%, take him off for Richard Langley. He is not. And follow Stuckington substitution rules. I don't think they have an injury.
Really.
Performance-wise, though, I think this is a Bonk substitute. But is he? Michael Ricketts is the substitute option here. I think.
Yeah,
Ricketts on.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Would you take Bobby Petter off at this point for Langley, seeing as he was a recommended one for Cassano?
I'd definitely put Langley on, yeah.
Let's do that. It's nice to see Langley without an injury.
Langley. Yeah, not mentioned much on the account on Twitter, is he?
But he certainly performs.
Seen him do well.
Into the last half hour of the game, will the substitutes make any sort of difference?
You'd hope so.
Fortuna have been coming forward, definitely, and why Kiotis isn't on a 9 yet is surprising me. The performance of there we go. It's disallowed. Bonk with the goal cancelled out.
Bonk's scored in every game so far, hasn't he?
He certainly had the ball in the net a few times today. Nikiforenko again with a chance. It's been a very entertaining 0-0 draw.
If someone gets it now, it'll be heartbreak for the other team.
Ellenwell coming forward
be
very,
good
very late
games
on.
at the
Eki
time.
Okasano, penalty not given.
This referee, I think both managers need to complain. Goals disallowed, penalty decisions.
Well,
0-0.
it's been a good 0-0 draw. I think that the teams are pretty well matched. I think both having an Ibrahim Saeed playing for the team has helped them. Lots of Fortuna didn't really hit the target much in the second half,
No,
but
they did it all.
there's no wonder that Day's come out with man of the match that game. More chances down here towards the end, but yeah, generally pretty even possession. Just a good game. You see the stats of Kenny Lunt. He managed to attempt 39 passes, but a lot of them off. Whereas Jurgen Kohler, the ever the professional, they're winning all his tackles.
No headers though from him.
He doesn't need to. He just wins it all with his feet.
They've got Marvin Andrews to do his donkey work for him,
and he certainly will do that. So yeah, a great game for a 0-0. Into the game with Hulls and Trafford. So we've got Jens Andersen and Daji Dreyer up against each other. This is a big one. Ronaldinho not back from injury yet.
I like what Jens has done.
Yeah, he's gone for space. He's saving ink, I think. That's his plan.
I thought he's gone for the whole Brazilian team.
It's not all Brazilians. We've got it's the one named players. So yeah, with
that would make sense still.
with Raul in there as one of them. I know that Jeremy's in the squad as well. He's not in the team today, but yeah, the one named players. They've left it unchanged after last time beating Imagine Madrid 2-0.
Solid.
And Elber, one of my favourite strikers on the game. He's
very good. Better than Ronaldo.
Who's on the bench, and it's been 60 minutes really. He's looking at Ronaldo if one of the strikers is not performing too well. But yeah, solid team, definitely ready to go out and just to check their other fixtures. Well, yeah, it was a 5-3, wasn't it? So they are scoring a lot of goals. They're a good team. They're going to be up there towards the end of the season. Trafford, the lines have been. I mean, what obviously from you and I know that this isn't the most line-worthy team tonight, but we'll see the Flamingos look later on. But yeah, what do you make of the meeting of the players in here, maybe, and such other moves?
I'm not sure what Nesta's point is.
Oh yeah, yes. I know Steve Wright and I were discussing the other day potential of maybe that this is that when everyone else comes forward, that Nesta just slots in and waits in defence. That's the only thing I can think of, that he doesn't go forward. He just stays around and moves central. But or it's just to make him really, really central.
So yeah, no, I like people changing up, doing a bit random things, because let's be honest, champ can be random, so just never know. Always like looking at when you play yourself, like what the computer do. Some formations are absolutely bonkers.
Especially when you start looking in the German regional leagues and seeing what sort of teams they put out. The number of sweepers with bizarre other formations is incredible. It's a debut for Rivaldo today. He'll be coming in. I'm not sure if he's carried an injury so far. Nope, he's just being rested. So we'll see if he can make a difference. But this has a look of an intriguing game. I mean, they've beaten the Wacky Racers 2-0. And the result was a victory over Falaraki, who had the red card. So difficult to tell, but they obviously are a squad built for success.
I'm just looking at the players who aren't in the squad.
Yes, to have those players, Zanetti,
Beckham, Ferguson.
The fact that Zanetti can't get on the bench is nothing short of incredible. There, it's a good solid team, and there hasn't been a specific captain name for this game. This will be a belter, hopefully, for the crowds.
Let's get some goals, surely.
You would imagine. Elber's had a chance. Sigalko's had a chance early on.
I think the Halls might just sneak this one.
Halls obviously, as a Halls club concept have been around a bit longer than Trafford, but this is certainly a different incarnation of them, isn't it, for this compared to Super League? Vieira with a goal disallowed. Although with a yellow card.
There it is. Is that one disallowed?
Yeah, it was. I haven't seen if Hulls have had one disallowed. I'm not sure, but I know Vieira did. But you might have seen something I didn't see.
Yeah.
There was Elbert with the opening goal. He's turned a poor performance into a goal. That's what Nesta's run's about. It's so that you can just jog backwards and forwards and go off injured.
Yeah. It's like, oh, fuck this, that's enough.
It's a job for the late Hassan and GI, isn't it, at this point? You can step into that position there just before half-time. And there we are at the halfway stage. Trafford with the one shot.
Hall's looking quite comfortable, to be fair.
Yes, looking good. Looking very, very good as a team. Trafford making their half-time potential substitute calls here. Anyone 85 or below, we don't have any of those, or anyone performing at a 5 or below. So they will go to 60.
Still poor.
Yeah,
both keepers doing well.
Yet again, it wasn't a league for goalkeepers early on, and now it's turning into there are some clean sheets available for them. Hull's substitutes are at 60 minutes, so let's get straight back into this game. I've been enjoying how this one's going so far.
Hull's back on the attack. I reckon could be up to 3 goals for Hull's, 3-0.
Oh, you sticking your neck out there for a.
I do like a prediction.
I do make them, but Emerson with 2-0. You may well be right here.
I think that was assisted by Figo, if I was correct.
We shall have a look. 60 minutes. So you just step past a couple of minutes there. To have a look here, we do have a few players who seem to have taken a bit of a beating in the last bit for Hulls, but they're not looking at injury positions. It's more of if there is anyone under a 6. I don't think there will be at this 2 position here. But there was the suggestion of the trust of this. I think that Alex needs to come off.
Alex and Cafu.
Cafu to be that low for Cafu is not the best. But do they have a player who can fill in for Cafu? Junior is as a left-sided player. I think it looks like Gerrard's needed in midfield for Alex.
Yeah.
And it's a case of would you leave Cafu on at this point because there's no one who can really play in there?
Yeah, if he hasn't specifically said either, it's just our judgment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more a case of at the moment he was the word of trust you with substitutions, but I genuinely don't know who would fit into that position when Cafu is only a potential injury at the moment. I think we also have Figo as well, who's lacking. But again, it's like, who do you bring on? Do you bring on Junior in the middle of midfield as a left-sided one there and Gerrard over?
Yeah, I probably would. I personally would put Ronaldo on, but I think we can keep it quite tight, being 2-0 up. Yeah,
I think they've probably done that. Cafu, I just can't see an alternative here, other than Paredes would be considerably out of position. I think that it's probably best to leave Cafu at 77. He's not gone, and they are 2 up.
And if he does get injured, he's still got a sub to make.
Yes, that is true. There is that substitute left. 4 yellow cards they've picked up so far. Trafford, 60 minutes. Anyone, first of all, under 80%? Well, 80% or 5 or below. I think these 80s would be the ones to...
I'd probably sort of Rivaldo for...
There are some suggestions. Yeah, Rivaldo to come off if booked is one of those things. Vieira to come off if booked as well.
Oh, wow, that's very specific.
Riquelme. Where is it? I think it's Riquelme and it's Veron in midfield for Vieira.
Got yeah, that makes sense.
It is all 3 substitutes, but I do think that is...
He needs to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way there. Veron is better at holding than Zidane. Definitely. Veron, as a player on here, is considerably the better player, usually. It's Veron's taken a yellow card. I mean, the FA will not be looking happily on this performance here from them, but they're not out of the game.
I can't see a way back.
I don't think I can now. Now we've got another 5 minutes in, but they had that chance just before. If that had gone in, it could have made a real impact. Van Nistelrooy's had a chance as well. But at 90 minutes now, we're looking very, very much
comfortable.
Halls yet again.
Should have got a goal.
Is that 100% record now?
Both. Did he assist both? Just
one assist for Raul and 1 assist for Figo. And I do think that Halls will be very, very happy with the level of performance, even the ones who were off it a little bit. I mean, Cafu's got through the game. He'll be happy with that. Whereas Trafford, it was basically the 6 book. Anyone who could have got booked for 6 yellow cards is incredible.
6?
Yeah, 2 substitutes. Yeah,
I've seen that before. Has he got them all on hard tackling or?
I think yes, yeah, very true. I mean, but as a Stackington manager, I don't think I'm likely to pick up 6 yellow cards in a game. It's been sort of not clinical finishing, but good enough.
I was going to say I was disappointed I didn't get 3 or 4, to be honest.
Elbert just not hitting the target enough.
No, I'd be worrying.
It's just a absolute colour fest there of full of stats. But yeah, a very good performance for Halls. Trafford shouldn't be too disheartened, but they have lost Nesta. We're going to we'll go into your game. I haven't skipped any games through this season so far, so it will be into your match now. This, to all viewers at home, I think you just need that warning that this is not normal. You're going to have to explain.
I don't really know, to be honest. Just before we came on, I was like, going to keep it, but I changed put Des in for you. And
very grateful. Very
carried
grateful.
away, I think. But I definitely know why we're targeting that space before all the players run into it is because of Rimmer.
Yes.
We need to keep the ball away from Stam and just, get into Rimmer.
This, yes, as we've affectionately labelled it, the rim job for this game here, looking at targeting a position there. Flamingos, I mean, what would be a good result for you here?
Probably a 7-0 defeat. I'd be happy with.
A goal would be nice, wouldn't it? Though,
if we get a goal, I'm going home happy. We'll go back to the Blake happy if we get a goal.
And of course, the performing Brungelson there. He may have conceded 9 goals this season, but last time round, the first game of the season, he got that 8 and ended up as part of the team of the week squad.
This being a game week for goalkeepers, so he might keep us in it.
Let's see if he can. Very intriguing team here. Nico Cranchar, unhappy at being substituted.
Take him off. Don't want him on the bench. But Minorellian.
Is he is over there. Yeah. Good. He will be dropped from the squad here.
Perfect.
The privilege of the co-commentator making the last minute change there.
Minorelli, number 3.
Number 3, Minorelli. There we are.
Just to wind people out who's down on the right.
And Des, whatever number, he'll produce the goods. For you and Rovers, I've just remembered that I've seen this game in practice before, and the colour scheme for this game is unbelievable. It'll be really hard. It'll be really hard to keep up with the match, but this is something to behold. You and Rovers,
it's a cheating formation, isn't it? If I'm going to be bitter, it's a cheating formation.
A 4-1-3-2.
Yeah.
You're not happy with the 4-1-3-2.
No, that's why we're targeting Rimmer.
So to look into this side here, you see the midfield there. Shellstrom's now moved over to this side. Last game he was playing over towards the right, and Carl Lorry was more of a. I don't think he played quite in that position, but it will be, as far as the midfield goes, for say it's ex-Hyde United plus 5 in the squad. It's not the worst team in the world. Ex-York City there, Neil Tolson on the bench as well. See what he can do. The recall of Kelquist following his red card and subsequent suspension as well.
Yeah, we'll target him as well, I think.
Well, you're all there. I think
Here we go.
With all those players going forward, this is going to be a good game.
It may not be for me, but we shall see.
Here we go.
Lovely
game. This is a real eye fest, this game. I can barely see the flamingos.
Oh no, I'm blue.
Stuff that's going on. So apologies if you don't get much commentary or just a lot of you and Rovers commentary. Saviola's had a chance there. He's put it just over the bar, and he's had another chance. Rimmer's holding out so far. So Saviola having all the goal, and there the goal for Steve Rimmer. They've let him go, and 2-0 through Critchley as well. The whole Rimmer tactic has backfired somewhat in letting him go and get away. Minarelli with the yellow card.
Put man marking Rimmer for those players.
Saviola for 3-0. And 4 before half-time of Matthew Blinkhorn. Well, I don't think we quite expected this. And Shane Tolley and Daniel Minarelli both on 4s. The tackles won. I don't think I've seen that at half-time before, but they haven't put a tackle in.
Yeah, I've got no words.
I genuinely think that is a first for half-time of a team that have not had to tackle and are 4-0 up. 7 shots for Saviola in the first half, only 1 goal. And
he's only 14, Michael, or 13, isn't it?
Michael Owen
is a kid keeper
with Neville Southall. It is a fantastic clip. Anyone who's not watched that before, and there is the Twitter account with that name, isn't there, as well? I assume you wanting to mix things up a little bit for the second half.
I don't know why I'm playing Tolly wide left. That's silly. Get Tolly off.
Malmstrom is a left-sided player, isn't he?
Yeah, put Malmstrom on. Let's mix it up again.
And then Minarelli is on a 4.
Nah, keep him on. He's got to prove himself. Take Des off.
Look at that. One of your 6s. One of your best performing players. I'm disgusted.
Had's on.
There is Hadzimir on for the second half. Is it a treble or just a double?
Yeah, treble. Cherno off for Justin.
Oh yeah, Jocelyn comes on. It's it's instantly improved your average rating by bringing on these 3 players who've not kicked the ball.
Let's do this.
You and Rovers, their instructions are for 60 minutes for substitutes here, and they may just be resting players at this rate. Most
of their players must be on 100% still, I reckon.
They've not really broken sweat. What a performance this is for you, and it's certainly getting their goal difference back up again. But
at least we've given every team a chance to win a game this season.
I do feel for Flamingos. I did think this was a game where they could get a goal out of it.
Surely that was a chance, no? Harbuzi?
It would be nice to see. I've got very good eyesight, but I've really struggled with this one so far.
Patrick Vieira's up to. Patrick Vieira's got a 6. He's on 92%. Just doesn't care. Nothing for him to do, is there?
Really done it. Is it because he's not putting tackles in? The recommendations for these now is Milligan for Critchley. I mean, that's pretty well planned there, to be honest. not a right click, a left click. Milligan for Critchley, and the other substitute there of Hulse for Blinkhorn. Chance to give Rob Hulse a run at Blinkhorn. He's on a 10. I think, to be honest, that would not be a substitute that would be done there. Blinkhorn would be left on at a 10, wouldn't he? There's no way that would be done.
No, take him off.
Yeah, that would not happen at a 10. Rob Hulse treble. Yes, yeah, I think that will be there. You wouldn't take off a player with a 10 for no reason, really. And looking into this, then you've made your subs. It's unfortunate, but on the right side, they have put a tackle in. Oh, you've had a shot on target, and they've put a tackle in. So we carry on to the end of the game.
There's hope. There's still hope. That's it. Just keep it quiet. Keep it quiet.
He's very quiet. Saviola shifted up to a 10.
We like this.
And the calmest finish to a game that we've seen in quite a while. A final whistle. The players must have walked around for the end of that match there.
Yeah, I think everyone just started getting on the beers. Though, if you look at my subs, we did all right, my subs.
They have come on and performed. They certainly have come on and performed. Minarelli stuck with his 4. But yeah, had Hansi Mehmedovic playing the second half of an 8. He's not bad to say. He was in an attacking position and didn't have a shot. Jawson, the only one with the challenge there for Karlqvist during that game. Lots of passing for these, and they just knocked it around and dominated. Very, very good performance from UN Rovers. Got a feel for the Flamingos, but they will be back, and they'll be back in pink.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Here's a grudge match, isn't it? We have Jamie Hopkins and Lennon, Man Youngish, on for this one. It's going to be a quality game. I know that some dirty tactics have been suggested from the Iron Curtain toward this, but it's an unchanged team for Wacky Racers for the third consecutive game.
Well, I don't think you'd change that, would you?
No, it's pretty much as strong as it can get for them. It's pretty much Wales' national team.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And why not? They've so the last time around they got beat by Trafford, who we've seen are pretty good, despite the fact they were schooled by Hulls. But they won their opening game against Imaginary Madrid 2-0 with a solid performance, and Chris Coleman getting the goal. Got a great Stalker Meritain in the cup there coming up. We haven't seen the cup draw for the Norwegians, but it will be an interesting one with lots of non-league teams and lower league teams involved. Straight into it with them. It's a good side, isn't it? But this is a team I like for my Eastern European.
They're quite solid, to be fair. You can know most of the players. You know they're going to perform. That strike partnership does look terrifying.
Yes, it does.
I'm a big fan of Mostovoy as well.
Mostovoy, Karpin first season as players like that. When they are aging, but they are certainly able to do a good job. And Nikiforenko sat in the middle of them. Smir team, you've got solidity all the way around there. Milevsky, Nigmatulin, Romoshenko being utilised at centre back. I've not seen that before, but it's playing okay.
Yeah, it's not a centre back for me.
4.5 tackles a game, which is more than UN Rovers needed to put in the last match, I believe.
Well, I know my concept for next time anyway. If you do another one, so it'll be better.
It'll be better. Oh, you can't get better than that team. We've very much enjoyed seeing them so far. People do have a soft spot for the Flamingos, and the Flamingos have a soft spot in their defence to counter against.
I'm just hoping some people start playing in reserves,
just to rest players.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ruda Nordby refereeing this game. Dick Dazzle fantastic, of course. 3-1 Iron Curtain, is it? What are you thinking?
Yeah, definitely.
I think it'll be fiery. A fiery encounter if the teams play to to what we'd hoped there. Shevchenko with an early goal. And we'd say how deadly that strike force was. They're already off the mark for this game. More chances. Sigalko gets his goal as well. 2-0.
Gary Speed will get a goal here.
It would be his second. I think, did Gary Speed score in the opening game? I think he might have. Probably get it very wrong. But 2-0, half an hour in. It's very much
One-way
the curtain is up, isn't it? It's blocking.
Yeah, they part the curtain now. We might get a third there before half time.
Well,
some hope for Racers. Some hope.
Yeah, they've not given up. I mean, they've had the 3 chances a bit later on, but so many for the Iron Curtain. They know that they're up for this game. Attacking possession wise, though, over the half, they've had less of the ball, but they've just done a lot more with it. And we see players really, one team performing sort of very, very averagely, and they're starting to develop into a solid first half there. How would you see the second half going?
5-0, I think.
5-0. It's bold.
Scoring. They'll get a few more chances, but I can't see him getting the goal unless he throws on Rob Earnshaw.
So you're taking back your speed prediction?
But we'll go 5-1.
Rob
Earnshaw, yeah.
Look into this. I think with the instruction of managing the substitutions, I think Nicky Franco does have to come off at half time with that knock he's got.
Yeah, he ain't gonna survive.
Yeah, I think it's. The 2 choices really are it's Titov in the middle, or it's Volodenkov and putting one of the other midfielders central.
Probably put Titov on. Just so you don't have to mess around with anything else too much.
Oh, you know me, I like to mess around, but here we go into the thing. I think 60 minutes, they may well need to pull another one of those midfielders. Smertin looking a little bit off at the moment. Shevchenko gets his goal. It's 3-0. We're just waiting for Speed to pretty much fulfill your prediction.
And I can't see it stand 3 now.
And there's a free kick on the horizon there. The Racers, Barnard's going to need to come off there. I think Partridge is a left back, isn't he? That's Gabidon. Yeah, Partridge at left back will come in. And
Davis,
he hasn't played particularly well, I don't think, either in this game. So it's a Jason Kumas.
Yeah.
I'll
probably leave it at that.
I think, unless the strikers, Savage is just Savage, isn't he?
Yeah.
And for Iron Curtain, it would be a case. We've got bookings, we've got things here. One of these 2, both at 7s.
Must avoid keep them on.
Carpin's that bit older. I think he's going to last a bit less than Smerty.
Yeah.
I think this is a job for Volodenkov here into that.
Yeah, I like that.
And Iron Curtain will like what they see so far in the performance. And there we have the goal from the free kick. Mostovoy gets it, and a red card for Ryan Giggs.
Ooh. Yeah, Speed over.
A red card for Ryan Giggs. That has just summed up their day. When they see this game back, the grudge match will there'll be some bragging rights here, I think, heading forward. A yellow card for Partridge as well.
I think Racers might be down the bottom with me.
There's Craig Bellamy. You're up, and there's your 5. Your 5-1 prediction has happened, and Mostovoy gets a second.
I've made quite a lot of predictions this game, so.
Well, yeah,
one of them's got to be right.
My prediction is 0-0 at kickoff is pretty much bang on, and a red card for Nick Lynn. So a chance for 5-2.
We take Mostovoy off.
Mostovoy at 70%, yeah. Of Volodenkov there, Mostovoy back, and in goal Berezovsky for Mostovoy. Unless, to be honest, the way Mostovoy's performing, he just saved the penalty.
Yeah, I would have done that, to be fair, 5-1 up.
It's a goal for Bellamy again, 5-2.
Go on, one more. Oh.
Is that all? Is that all we got? Nick Matullin's going to be a big miss, though, going forward.
Yeah,
Berezovsky's good. I personally, I'd have Tamilovic in goal for the next game for them, but you can imagine from what we see there, Berezovsky will take it. I did say fiery encounter before kickoff. We've had a red card for both teams. Lots of shots.
Up.
Yeah, they kind of performed in the end. Ratings wise, a little bit better than they were. Paul Jones didn't really turn up for this game, to be honest.
No. Kumas did well when he came on. That's about
it. Something to celebrate. Craig Bellamy's goals and a bit of Kumas.
I did Mostovoy not get man of the match.
2 assists, 2 goals, but then Shevchenko getting it for being Shevchenko.
Favoritism.
It is. I think that's a reputation-based man of the match there. Great game though. Phoenix and Imagine Madrid. Yes, 0-0, 1-0 based on the early Phoenix performances, but we've had a bit of change going on here for Imagine Madrid. You can see some debutants in the first team and a couple of them on the bench as well. What do you think about these?
Cole and Robin have got a strong squad, isn't it?
It is, but at one point before kickoff, it was going to be Alex Calvo Garcia, and a late change let Joe Cole into the team. Calvo Garcia now not on the bench.
I wonder what happened there then.
I think maybe a bit of a personality clash, maybe, or something. Yeah, it must be a fallout. The inquest will go on. I think we'll be looking to Twitter after the game and seeing what's happened with that. Mendieta captain the side. I think I just want to be honest, I do want to check that before kickoff that I have actually got that one correct, because there may be a requested captain. So just do a bit of fill-in while I talk about things there if you want.
Oh, wow. Yeah, to see how Colaccini and Dan do with Terry. I don't think I've never seen Terry do that well on any of the saves, to be honest. Kesman, getting one of them who score against you, doesn't do well for you. And then Elka is always going to get you goals, but
there we are.
We know, Elka is an Elka, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll sulk, but he'll score.
Yeah.
Smerteen is named as captain in the team there, so the change has been made. Yeah, and that call of another number 14 goalkeeper there that we have noticed this season. Must be the Swedish customs of the team there, maybe. Richard Dunn at number 2 for the team there. Robbie Fowler, a first 11 number. They go into the game with those players there. And for Bolton Phoenix, who performed very well so far this season, no changes.
I'm not surprised looking at that team. It's unbelievable.
Very strong. Very strong. One goal scored, none conceded.
I'll stick my neck out and say Batistuta probably the best forward on the game.
Yeah, Batistuta. You probably quite. I don't know whether you'd be alone in that thought, saying he's the absolute best one, but he is very strong, isn't he? You know, there's not really a weakness in him apart from his age.
He's probably the best well-known player in the game. So you respect Ronaldo to be brilliant, but he's not. But you expect Batistuta to be good, but not that good.
Yeah, he will get goals. He will get goals, and he's got the goal for the team so far this season. Of course, there's the Roy Keane that has been spoken about so many times. He's a very different kind of Keane, isn't he? He's got the tackle.
Looks very average.
Less stamina. The finishing's very low, but he can then. He just seems to be a creative kind of player for Keane. And it's whether he'll obviously next season everything will be regenerated again, and he may turn out to be a completely different animal.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an intriguing match, but I do think Phoenix have enough, but it will be interesting with them lacking the goals so far. They will be making changes
3-2
for next
Phoenix
game.
gamble.
3-2. So you're going to see the tally for the team in their matches quadruple after the end of this game. Let's go into it and see what happens.
Let's do a hat trick. And there's Terry and Anelka goal for Madrid.
Very, very precise on the predictions there. I like it. I think we should open up the predictions before games for people to see what they think. We've got 10 minutes in, quite tight. Couple of chances, but no players really sticking their neck out. We've lost Henrik Larsson, and there are no specific plans. It's to manage the team for substitutions. Rivaldo or Scholl. Rivaldo would probably be the. I mean, I'm a Mehmet Scholl fan, but I think Rivaldo would probably be the one that most people would choose in this position. I think.
Yeah, and then
Zidane over to the other side. It is a shame for Larsson to be lost. I do like Larsson as an attacking mid. He does a good job there, and it's a shame that they've lost him now for what's thigh injury.
Who knows?
Could be anything. Could just be a precautionary measure, but he's taken that knock with no goals halfway through the half. Probably expected. Very tight defences. Even with Richard Dunn. There is a goal for Rui Costa. And will it open the floodgates?
Yeah, you can see it happening, can't you?
There we are. There's your Batistuta goal. But it's no hat trick for him yet.
I don't think Madrid are going to get a goal to be here.
Yeah, I don't see them having the answer. There's an Elka with a chance before half time, but Phoenix still yet to concede in 2.5 matches.
Yeah, battered.
Definitely
Terry
so.
and Kudicini are keeping them, carrying them at the moment.
Certainly doing their best with it. Terry 7 stands out for his team. I don't
2-0 down. I'd throw the game away.
They've got no plans for substitution, so we see what happens with them. The word on it being nothing really, unless needed.
I'd bring any of them on the bench. None of them would change the game for me.
For Madrid,
just a bit
I
plain.
think Saha can do something, but we shall see if they need it. Whereas Phoenix, I mean, strength in depth there, and they've used one substitute already, so they'll only be the one at 60 minutes if necessary. I think. A yellow card for Desai. He was ran at and took the play down. But Rui Costa gets his second of the game, and he's hit the bar as well. I think it said there, unless it was over the bar.
Rui Costa hat trick. I said that.
Yeah, I think it was Rui Batistuta, yes. But another injury now. They've lost Paolo Maldini. Torricelli's already made a replacement there, isn't he? So he will come on, and the team will not make a third substitute unless necessary. But that's the only problem for the team this game is that they've lost players to injury. We'll just continue through to the end of the game now because we've reached that 60 minutes at a time. 3-0. Torricelli with a bit of trouble there. I thought it was going to be a yellow card involved.
A few more sevens for Madrid.
Yep.
I fancy getting a goal there.
Ashley Cole with a Montero scoring though. 4-0. Paulo Montero. This performance makes you think that Phoenix are certainly a contender up there.
Yeah, to be honest, if Phoenix don't win it, you've got to have words with their manager about it. A very strong team.
Very strong. Cafu with a 5.
He hasn't had a great night, Cafu, has he?
No, he's taking a knock for one. I don't think it really stands out as being a dire performance or anything, but has he done anything else? He didn't win his headers. He's had a shot off target and he's made 4 interceptions. So I don't really know what was
Do
so
you know
bad
what?
about
I've
his
never
performance.
noticed that before. That extra stats.
Oh, it's all good. No one's really made any specific dribbles for the team. Sometimes when you see on the runs column, someone's had like 12 and stood out miles
I've
ahead.
never seen that before.
Education, Championship Manager is
Learn
still
something new every day
educates.
in this game.
19 years on, but look at that. 21 shots. It's we've had a 32 this season from Los Huracas in Division 2 in the Cup. 32 shots, 24 on target or something, but that's high for the league. And a great performance there from Rui Costa.
Madrid are going to struggle this year, I think. They'll be down with me.
Yeah, maybe they'll pick up some imaginary points towards the end of the season.
So how did Petit not get booked? 18 tackles, 1 free. SIE was awful as well.
For those two, the tackles have certainly not been. I don't think I've seen anything that bad. Such a high number from a player who can do it. To defend Torricelli's made
Cup
4.
Winners, they're 98 World Cup winners.
Yeah, that's probably just how they won the World Cup. Just put lots of tackles in and hope for the best. But 4 out of 4 for Torricelli. He's the joint most tackles out of anyone, and he's put in very, very few. Look at that, analysing the absolute minutiae of the.
Just out there, yeah.
Imagine Madrid. Smertin, it wasn't the best performance for him. John Terry sort of performed all right. I mean, I'm not a fan of Cole and Terry, and realistically, I'm quite glad they got booked. But otherwise, Robin and Cole probably just lacked a little bit of fitness towards the end, and were just overrun by the others. They're not a bad squad.
Bit too inexperienced as well to be in that centre midfield role.
Maybe at the young age that they're at there. There's hope that they won't finish in the bottom 3. But I don't think they'll reach the top half as a prediction. Never to lose 2 players. There we are.
We'll keep them company down the bottom. That's fine.
It's keep them company at the bottom. You certainly have kept that 14th place. Taking a look at that, I feel like I should do a full-on classified check with reading the scores out, but you can see them all there on screen. We've got 4 away teams and 2 home teams without any goals, but then obviously Iron Curtain, Ewan Rovers, and Phoenix making up for others with their 4. Badgers have dropped off the top, but I don't think they'll be disappointed necessarily with a 3-0 defeat to a team that are one of the favourites. I don't think any team stands out necessarily as the favourite, because you look at those top Phoenix. 3, you think Phoenix will be the one. I like all those 3 teams as title contenders. I think that they're already in the right places. This is an interesting surprise. The Wanderers, they've not played any of the actual top sides, but they've played some good sides and have come out with plenty of points, plenty of goals.
Results out there,
I think Andrew Richards will be pretty happy with that. Down at the bottom, imagine Madrid yet to score.
I can't wait to play Madrid.
Will it be next game? Will it be next game? We'll have to have a look at that one. We've got a Saturday game there, so we're looking into Team of the Week. Matthew Blinkhorn up there. He was, shall we so shall we not? He did. Jurgen Kohler, obviously in there for just being the absolute pro. Maldini, despite going off injured, in Team of the Week. David Day playing in the 0-0 draw, and as we mentioned, how good both goalkeepers were there.
Yeah,
it's a team that does reflect the overall nature of that round. A very, very decent set of games. Looking into the next fixtures ahead, we have got Flamingos versus Phoenix. Phoenix, who have not conceded, versus Flamingos, who have not scored. Will either of those records go? This might
be a 10-0.
Going for 10. A big game here, isn't it? East Coast versus Hulls. Ooh. It's a real test there.
So we know Phoenix have got 3 points. We know that already. It's just whether Halls can get.
So can Hulls continue the 100% record up against it? Really, I mean, that game for me, it will be the first time a game has been intentionally kept for a certain position in the thing. It will be put on last.
Yeah.
Next time it needs to be, as anticlimax or not, it's worthy of being the headline game for the day. And Trafford versus Wanderers Wolverhampton, I think the Trafford central formation versus the Wanderers will be good to see there. Badgers and Fortuna, both teams didn't score last game. Very different outcomes, but we'll see what happens with those.
But apart from Phoenix, sorry, go back to the table for me.
Yes, of course, yeah. Back to the results of the fixtures or the table.
The fixtures. Oh yeah, fixtures. Just in a very all close, aren't they? You've got 12th v 11th, 5th v 7th, 8th v 9th.
Yeah, 14th versus second, and everything else is quite balanced. Yeah, I mean, it might be the very early stages of the season, but yeah, we are starting to get little miniature battles going on. Best players for the season, a couple of Hulls ones. I mean, we've only 3 games in, like we say, but it's interesting looking at this now. Javan with 5 goals for his team already. Elbert, Saviola.
Scally with 3.
Yeah, and that's in the same team as Javan. So all 8 goals have been scored by 2 players. If they lose one of those, they'll be a little bit concerned. There's Craig Bellamy's 2 goals. I've put him into the leaderboard there. Just a quick check of the other ones. The assists: Mostovoy, Saviola, Walker on 3. Anyone else? Roy Keane's 3 yellow cards already. That was in 2 games as well, after he picked up a double yellow. Lots of red cards now, and nobody with 2 man of the matches. I think that leaves us with a good outcome from today for entertainment value. Certainly, it's a Wednesday game, so that means there's only 4 days for the players to recover. But these games will be played next weekend in the league. So it's next Friday night for us, a full week before needing to select the next teams. Alan, it's been fantastic to have you on the show. Hopefully you'll come back and do another one this season. It would be
of course.
Good. And I think you need the final word on the show today.
How bitter can I be?
I think that's the comment. That is the comment, and I'm going to put that as the.
I'll leave it there.
Comment to go with.
I won't go into people's formations and the players they have, and if they've taken it too seriously. But yeah.
Oh, it's been it's been good fun. Looking forward to playing the Flamingos in Division 2 next season. But yeah, thank you very much for your time, everyone, especially you, Alan. Good night.